Hi, my name is Brandon Bachman, and my Japanese 290 project research is on Japanese culture, the past versus the present. Japanese culture in the present. All across the globe, human beings continue to push the bounds of innovation and imagination. The Japanese are no exception. So how has Buddhism changed the modern day culture of Japan? Well, it may be surprising, but there are some who strongly believe the religion to be an anchor that is slowing down the progress of society. One might say the past is affecting the present. There have been strong pushes for the separation of the church and state. Take, for example, a past quote from Saburo back in 1965. He said, the first one of them was the Shinja movement, which was the separation of church and state. And that was drawn up in 1872, a representation in protest against the nation state enlightenment activities through Shinto and Buddhism called Taiyu Senpu, which means the propagation of the great teaching. Under the direction of the state authority and made persistent efforts over the past several years for the separation of Buddhism and the state authority to succeed in gradual securing principle and religious freedom. The separation is a marker that the old culture of Japan is evolving. Nothing stays the same forever. However, it is incredible to see a large hold of influence that religion has had for such a long time. Unlike the past, present-day Japan is directly influenced by the rest of the world to pick up faster and a quicker production pace. The pace is contradictory to the original simple lifestyle of Buddhism, this impermanence. Let us take a look at another quote from Saburo from 1965. In it, he said the pre-modern social structure was the example of a pre-modern petty business with low productivity, such as small enterprises and like minimal tiny farms. So that this modernization from above had an inconsistency. This is because things are moving much quicker now. This inconsistency inherently had an issue. It was harboring factors that prevented foregoing modernization. And it was natural that Buddhism, which had served to keep things current for so long, could not directly influence or help the current direction of modernization. As Japanese culture reaches to the future, it is apparent that this separation of church and state will become more evident. Buddhist roots and traditions, such as impermanence and minimalist culture, will continue to slip away and pull away from what Japan once was, as it continues to move into the future. That was my presentation. Thank you so much for sitting down and taking the time to watch my presentation. Hopefully you learned some things. I learned a lot of things, but the great takeaway is that even though the past and the present were completely different times, the past still has a significant hold on the present. Ideas and thoughts of our forefathers will continue to influence the decisions we make today. Thank you.